Hi guys, I'm Namrata here and welcome back to my channel. A few months ago, Tanya and I got in touch for her project called Take Me to Nagaland.
और बाय द वे गाइस ये सिर्फ 21 साल की है, हम में से सबसे छोटी, एंड शी इज आवर सिनेमेटोग्राफर.
Everyone since then has asked me only one question. कौन सा equipments use किया bro?
So my main camera is the A7 Mark III with the 24-105 lens.
But does the equipment really matter? एक Sony कैमरा और एक Zhiyun gimbal का setup ही मेरे लिए बहुत भारी था. Although gloves kind of help to minimize the load on your back, it is important to understand that बहुत मेहनत लगता है, as there's hardly any resting period when you're shooting on the go. अच्छा तान्या, ये सीन के लिए कौन सा कैमरा यूज करूँ बता ना.
कोई भी चलेगा यार, इट डजंट मैटर.
Whether equipments matter or not, one should always know how to stitch a story.
So my inspiration when I was growing up were all the documentary channels like Discovery, National Geographic, and I think I did want to document not just places but also the people, the food, the culture.
And वही तो किया हम लोग ने नागालैंड में. We learned from the stories and the food there, the fabric, the people, the roads, the views, and everything we came across. I completely got to use all my skills to the fullest extent. I was on my toes with the gimbal all the time, just like I always wanted to be, and we experimented so much along the way. Which reminds me to tell you that we experimented a lot with rice beer. I'm sober right now. This will help?
Yeah, this will help. Shot on the house.
Auntie made it. Get drunk or is
No.
Drink it, dude.
Drink it, chug it. She's seen
the world a lot already.
To plan something like this now, it takes a lot of time. Even before getting in touch with me, Tanya was already planning this from the very beginning.
So planning process में ना there were 3 aspects to the planning. One was of course getting sponsors. The second was calling guests over. Like Larissa was one of the guests, and we also had a food blogger guest, which eventually did not materialize. And the third was of course the planning and execution of the entire travel itself. When I was planning the whole thing, I was obviously looking for sponsors, and then we were thinking of how can we reach out to sponsors. तो मैं भूटान में थी जब इसकी नागालैंड की प्लानिंग लास्ट स्टेज ऑफ प्लानिंग चल रही थी, एंड मैं अपने बिजनेस मैनेजर नील से बात कर रही थी कि यार स्पॉन्सर्स का कुछ हुआ. वी हैड अ फ्यू लीड्स, सम ऑफ देम अग्रीड, बट लास्ट मिनट पे इवन वन ऑफ द स्पॉन्सर्स ड्रॉप्ड ऑफ. लाइक एक कार कंपनी थी, आई डोंट नो व्हाई बट दे ड्रॉप्ड ऑफ. तो इतना बड़ा हैसल.
यहाँ पे तुम लोग सोचते होंगे that even after so many things going wrong, even before the trip started, how did we manage to have so much fun? But you know what? When you're out there at one of the most magnificent valleys on earth, would you not just give in?
That Namrata having some rice beer with Zuku Valley in the background.
Woohoo! Rice beer 2.0 in Zuko Valley. But this is the second time we are having it, and they've mustered enough courage, so thank you guys. वीडियो देखो, चलो एक से कैमरे के लिए ए हम लोग कितने अच्छे लग रहे तीनों ऐसे सेम उसमें जैकेट में. I think the rice beer has hit us. Okay, I only look at the lens now. अब मैं वीडियो में ऊपर देखती नहीं हूँ स्क्रीन पे. I only look at the screen if I have to sit back. कि दिल करे हाय हाय, ये बताए क्या होगा.
Look at him.
चालू खुद का. और फेस Looking at this video, तुम लोग को लगता होगा that all we did was have rice beer at every point. But you know what? We had 20 more other youngsters with us, जिनके साथ हम लोग ने Zuku Valley का एक clean up drive किया.
So guys, this is Chetan.
Hey.
So he's helped us organize this entire cleanup drive today. I was in touch with Chetan, who's from Guwahati, and he was helping me with everything, like all the little details.
Also, Chetan was our drone catcher. The last time I was in Zuku in 2017, there was absolutely no trash there at all. So to do the cleanup drive 2 years later and read it in the local news afterwards that Zuku was declared plastic free just made me so happy and grateful that I was part of something like this. I'm sure you must have watched the last video of the Nagaland series by now. And you're wondering, how did Tanya manage once the sponsors backed out?
I had a few brand assignments that I had done in the past, and उसका पैसा आना था, तो मैंने इसमें से rough calculation कर रही थी कि oh shit, मेरे पास कितना पैसा है, sponsors नहीं है, should I just invest my own money into it? And at the end of the day, I decided कि I am just going to close my eyes and invest my own money into it. And not even kidding, I looked at my account statement at that point of time, and उस time पे literally मेरे savings account में, I'm not even kidding, 30,000 रुपीज़ थे. मैंने लारिसा को हाँ बोल दिया कि हाँ तू अपनी टिकट बुक कर ले. दूसरे साइड से चेतन का फ़ोन आया एंड ही सेड कि ओके सो डू वी हैव अ गो अहेड फ्रॉम यू फॉर डूइंग द एंटायर बुकिंग्स फॉर द नागालैंड ट्रिप. द रेस्ट ऑफ द सीरीज वाज स्पॉन्सर्ड बाय मी, लाइक ऑल द ट्रैवल्स एंड एवरीथिंग, बिकॉज आई फेल्ट लाइक इफ आई एम ऑर्गेनाइजिंग समथिंग इट इज़ माई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू केटर टू एवरीबडीज ट्रैवल. मैंने उसको भी हाँ बोल दिया, लाइक आँख बंद करके हाँ बोल दिया. बट इवेंचुअली मेरे को जो ब्रांड से ऐसे आई हैड टू गेट सम मनी वो आ गया. बट इट वॉज अ रियली स्ट्रेसफुल पॉइंट एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम when I was about to leave for the Nagaland trip. Namrata was going to come, Larissa was going to come, and for me personally in my head everything was falling apart.
Tanya, Larissa and I had this unbelievable experience in the span of those 14 days that we ourselves were not ready for.
Sit there. Content, baby, content.
Don't want to like slip with a wedding gown.
Don't need to give in now.
And Lisa, how was the wedding?
The groom ran away, so it was a disaster. The guy ran away. You get it?
It was very entertaining. It was very maddening. बहुत सारे ऐसे highs and lows थे. But overall, the experience of Nagaland itself was amazing. And if I have to be honest, can you expect more such series in future on this channel? On our channel, on Tanya Khanijo? Yes, of course, you can. You'll see Namrata also. You'll see me also working it out, creating beautiful travel videos. Really going into immersive experiences, and I think it's going to be beautiful. Hope you enjoy the entire series of Take Me to Nagaland. And with this, I think I'll let Namrata take over.
What started as a work project turned into this beautiful experience, which I'm sure gave you guys a really good insight on what Nagaland is really like. And each place was so hard to say goodbye to, but we had to nonetheless. If you like the video, then share it and subscribe to this channel for more, and I'll see you soon. Bye!